So come on in, take a sip, and let's wind down. It is Monday, Monday's here, and this is a 7-day-a-week kind of a job, and I love it. My name is Christopher. I'm delighted you're here to help me solve this grid, and we'll talk about a few ways to improve our scores as we go. Today's wind down word of the day for our 1215th solve on this channel is mundivagant. And it just means to wander all over the world. I guess you could probably use that term for me. Yeah, probably. I do love to travel. We've got a happy birthday today to Dylan Thomas. Do not go gentle into that good night. If you've not heard him read that poem, you can listen to it. You can read it on YouTube here. You can probably just find the audio file on Wiki Commons. I'm not sure. I'm sure it's in a lot of places. But he really does have a crazy, crazy voice. It's a crazy cool voice. We also want to say happy birthday to Sylvia Plath. Both, by the way, were taken from us far too soon. And today in history, 1955, a movie that really kind of shaped so many lives, especially of America's youth, and that would be A Rebel Without a Cause. And in 1960, Ben E. King recorded on this day both Spanish Harlem and Stand By Me, songs that most of us are utterly familiar with. So what a beautiful thing indeed. And I'll drink to that. This is called wind down. So I'm going to wind down. Just straighten up my posture and move that keyboard out of my way. Let's hop into our grid and see what we've got. So looks like we've got a Monday construction by Tarun Krishnamurthy, edited by Will Shorts. So this is going to be his third times puzzle, and apparently it comes with more than a few complications. Here is what the subhead says to the headline of Mermaid's Milieu. So let's hop into it, see what we got. Never fear. Even a Saturday, it's okay. Just jump in with what you know and what you don't know. Do a little research. And don't just look it up. Actually literally learn what it is so that you will know it next time, right? Really commit it to memory. Try to take great interest in it. It can be really difficult when I'm talking about various actors and, sports figures, etc., especially if it's a sport I don't follow. But I generally try to find something in their past that I can latch onto, right? So let's see. Prepare as samosas. I'm probably going to go with a fry here. Now, I did open this up on Google today using Google Chrome. Hopefully that'll keep us from freezing the browser. Or it might still be the keyboard. Either way, we can start narrowing down what the issue is. If I need to go buy a new one, I certainly can do that, but not if I don't have to. This Apple stuff, this is expensive crap. It really is pretty crazy. Stuff of little substance. What do you think? Maybe fluff? Are you feeling fluff? I'm feeling fluff on this one. Application that might be put on with a spray mop. We have an X here. Longtime Supreme Court Justice Frankfurter, and it would be Felix. We do. So I'm thinking, right? Do you see it in there? I'm thinking I'm seeing floor wax. It seems like something that you would do. What matching ends of magnets do, and we know they repel. It was such a fun thing to learn when you're a kid. Swampy areas. Okay. How about fins? I can't get the jokes out of my mind every time New Yorkers or people in the Northeast that maybe don't have air conditioning because they really don't need it just for a few weeks, that it's that uncomfortable or what have you. But they always talk about, getting the swamp butt and whatnot. And I always just kind of it's kind of disgusting and funny at the same time. So, yeah. We got some ups and downs here. And Olympic gymnast Sunisia, I think that's Lee. Like 20 questions. Yes, no, maybe? Okay, national park in Alberta would be Banff. I've never been there, but I know a lot about it because of that whole research thing, trying to learn more about this national park. When the first time I ran into it in the grid, it was like, what? Kind of. So actually, I really wouldn't mind going. I could live in Canada, actually. I mean, I could totally live in Canada. Person who might have the other half of a heart necklace in brief could be a BFF. What do you think? Ad that's handed out in the street. Aha, yeah, don't forget that is an I and not a Y there. Nabisco wafer brand. Well, that would have solved it anyway. If I had put a Y in there, I'd have been like, wait a minute, Noah's not with an I. Why? This is crazy. So, celestial event on September 22nd or 23rd, typically. And I guess it would be the fall equinox. You know how rare it is to see X's in the grid like this prolifically? I mean, it's only 2 we're talking about, but that's a lot already. So, sex sells, yes. Well, I tell you what, as a former advertising executive, I know. Boy, do I know. I know. Partner of Clark in exploration could be Captain Meriwether Lewis, was it? I think. Baseball's Garrick would be Lou. I gotta tell you, I mean, if it was an ad that needed to really, push through boundaries and wasn't just there for PR, but really was there to market something or to sell something specifically, I would find any way to kind of juice it up. I had a company one time, they did metal building, siding, these big, thick grade steel sheets, and they had these little locks. The way they kind of designed the edges, they would lock in to each other as you'd put these huge panels up, and so therefore you couldn't really see because it was seamless, right? Kind of like a standing seam roof, right? Well, it was the same thing on the side of this building, and they had this locking thing. And I came up with the headline, it's what you don't see that makes it so, and whatever it was, tempting, tantalizing, whatever word I chose. And I used a photograph of a very, attractive model. It, of course, didn't show anything because it's what you don't see that makes it so. Because I knew these ads were going into like these trade journals and construction logs and stuff like that. That I figured, some fella sitting in his truck outside on the work site, that might make a difference, right? So why not? Put in one's 2 cents could be to opine. And knowing as a secret could be in on. Number of points Q is worth in Scrabble. Well, I'm assuming it's 10. I don't really play Scrabble. Words set in stone could be an epitaph. Clever. I gotta say though, this is not your average Monday puzzle. I came to do Monday here, and it looks like I got more of a Wednesday is what it feels like. On the house could be free. And in lieu of gifts, please make a donation to your favorite charity. Thank you. Campus courtyard, where students have been eating crap food for years and years and years. Never forget those cafeteria burgers, just awful. You love in Latin, amas. Establishment with red, white, and rosé options. Well, I would like a nice tweed wine. Is that not available? Maybe the wine store. We've got several right here, just literally within, a 9-iron shot, right? It's really a sand wedge. Could get you right there, right? I mean, they're not too far. Believer in communism achieved through class struggle, perhaps a Marxist. And let's see, useful gadget for international travelers could be an adapter. We carry a travel box. We got this big brushed stainless steel box that we put wheels on, and it just kind of rolls with us. It's got everything in there, like Amazon Fire Sticks, adapters for every different type of country, from the UK to Italy to the rest of the EU. A lot of them are different. So we got everything in there. A water kettle, so that, we can plug that in anywhere we go. We got a big speaker in there, right? Bluetooth speaker. And Poet Edna, St. Vincent Millay. We got Rhode Island. Well, Dadgummit, Sue, we're not going to get a Delaware in here today. We need a Delaware in here for Queen Sue. ICU staffers would be RNs. Breather could be a rest. And Maori dance with rhythmic chanting. And Hika, I don't remember. I can't remember them all. That's why we do crosswords. We get stuff to go in between and give us some intersections to guess from, right? So I guess we got the Miami Heat here. I'm just really hoping my mouse doesn't freak out, or keyboard, or whatever it was. So, pretty as a picture. Location of mini gold reserves. And got this T here. Is this an F? Full of passion, could be fiery. So I'm going to go with Fort Knox. And chemical element whose name starts with an 8-point Scrabble letter. Wow, yeah, we've got a lot of X's in here today, don't we? Let's go with xenon. Lion's lair could be a den. Green prefix could be eco. Material for the Woodman and the Wizard of Oz could be tin. In the cooler could be on ice. Famous, maybe noted. Noted. And first class be A1. So it's not Hika, it's Haka. Haka. Come on, Christopher, you gotta commit that to memory. Might need to spend about an hour watching documentaries on the Haka. That might help get that in the brain good. Ilhan of Congress would be Omar. I think she's affectionately known as part of the squad. Browser that competes with Chrome. No, that would be Firefox. What did I do? I put Marvist? Oh, God. I need the Ludwig scream here. I'm sorry, Sue. I haven't found anything to do that with just yet. So I think we got Firefox. And Alfa Romeo. You know, we had one of those, a 69 Alfa Romeo. Man, it was a nice car. That was cool. It was always broke. It just, you know. Luau Garland could be a lay. Weapons, arms. So service symbolized by a dot and 3 curved lines could be Wi-Fi, or as they say here in Germany all the time, Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi. Santa's landing spot could be a rooftop or a rooftop, depending on how you pronounce that. The 3 little pigs antagonist. Oh, well, we got the wolf, but we're not going to use any of those modifiers as in big bad. You know, no. Mom on Family Guy. Lois. Mom, mama, mom, mama. Yeah. Lois. Oh, Peter. One of 7 won by Oppenheimer. I guess we're talking about an Oscar. Yeah, that's one of those movies. You ever get cast for it, you know you're going to get an Oscar. Well, it's just the perfect movie, though, in so many ways, wasn't it? I wish I could unhear everything you just said. Okay, yeah. TMI. Mermaids milieu. Maybe the sea. Somewhere across the sea. Damascus's land would be Syria. Bowling score sheet unit would be a frame. Send-offs could be farewells, and this would give us secondary medication results would be side effects or phonetic hints, so FX. Tracking, love it. Very clever Tarun Krishnamurthy. Very beautifully done. So far, I'm loving your grid. Ambient music composer Brian Eno. Pretty much the kind of person you're going to expect to see in every grid. He's just going to make it in there. There's no question in my mind. Brian Eno will show up. Oh, he will show up. Indian or Pakistani could be Asian. And slow musically could be lento. All right, so what yeast makes dough do? Rise. Weight lifting unit could be a rep. And this cannot be stressed enough. Looks like it can be. I repeat. Taken back auto. Ooh, I repo. Got it. Ouch. Headed the cast of. Perhaps starred in. Miseries could be sorrows. Computer controlled players in gaming lingo could be bots. So red hair or hazel eyes. How about trait? Openly gay could be out. Continental cash here on the continent. And it would be an euro, or a euro, as everybody else says it. But here in Germany, ein Euro bitte. 12 Euro bitte. Yeah, it's really kind of cool. The most amazing part is, best of all, arranged from newest to oldest, say, could be to sort, and French king would be a roi. How do we do, Bob? Very nice. It seems like it's always about the same time, unless it's a Sunday, right? Then I'm going to be there for 30 or 40 minutes. It's just going to take me that long. But yeah, so this was great. I love this. I mean, first of all, I was thinking, obviously I commented, oh, wow, I got 2 X's in here. That's crazy. It's pretty rare. And all of a sudden you start seeing another showing up, whatnot. And I mean, I just knew, that's what the case was going to be when we got here to Firefox, to find out that I wrote in Marvist. Yeah, I do need that Ludwig laugh. Yeah, it'd be good to insert, I think. But this is absolutely fantastic. What a beautiful grid. And yeah, I mean, gosh, I would have loved to have actually constructed this grid. I'd love to call this my own. So very well done, Tarun. Well done. Let's go ahead and bring down our bannière d'adieu. And so if you wouldn't mind, I mean, it would be very much appreciated if you could give us a like and a subscribe if you have not. We keep putting on subscribers, 1 or 2 here and there, and that's really nice, right? We've really grown the channel in a couple of years, but we'd like to get bigger, and that would really help keep the lights on around here, but it would also just be a nice way to better connect with you. And if you have an active channel, I always subscribe back, and then I put you on my notification bells. I start watching the videos you produce and put out. I mean, I think that's pretty cool, right? I love being part of the community in that regard, right? It's a give and take thing, or a pas de deux, right? It's like a dance for two. So let's go ahead and until we see you again tomorrow. Ich wünsche Ihnen einen schönen Tag noch. Auf Wiedersehen, au revoir, arrivederci, que tengas un lindo días. Masalam. Be well out there. Take care of your friends. Take care of yourselves, right? Be nice to strangers. Remember, those thick foreign accents are just signs of very brave people. Be well out there. Cheers.